All right. So we're diving into record deals today.
We are.
We've got a whole stack of stuff.
Yeah.
Articles and guides.
Mm-hmm.
We even have a quiz
Wow.
all about how to navigate the music industry as it is today.
Which is very different than it was 10 years ago.
It's a whole new world.
It is.
It's not even just about getting signed anymore.
No.
You have so many options.
That's right.
You could go indie. You could go with a label.
Yeah.
There's so many different types of deals.
And one of the biggest misconceptions is that you need a zillion followers
yeah.
to even be on a label's radar.
I've heard that.
But that's not true at all.
No.
This Tech Tycoon article we have
yeah.
really breaks down how labels are actually more interested in the quality of your music and your brand than just your follower count.
Which makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Because they're investing in you.
They are.
They're a business.
That's right.
They want to make sure that you're a good investment.
Exactly. And they still offer incredible benefits.
Yeah.
Like funding for recording, marketing muscle to reach a wider audience.
Oh, yeah. They have the connections.
They do.
And they know how to use them.
Exactly. But they are businesses looking for a return on their investment.
So it's a partnership then.
It is.
You both need to benefit.
Absolutely. Which leads us to the different types of deals.
Okay, let's break it down.
Yeah.
First up, 360 deal.
The 360.
It sounds like they're involved in everything.
Pretty much.
Really?
Yeah. Touring merch endorsements, really all your revenue streams.
Oh, wow.
So the idea is they invest heavily because they have a stake in your overall success, not just the music.
But that seems like you're giving up a bigger chunk of potential earnings.
You are.
Compared to other deals.
That's right.
I mean, what if you're super successful?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you rather keep more of that pie for yourself?
That's the trade-off.
Yeah.
It's a gamble. A 360 deal could mean a bigger pie overall.
Right.
But the label gets a bigger slice too.
Okay.
Then we have the classic traditional deal.
Okay.
This is probably what most people picture when they think record deal.
The classic image.
Yes.
So the label invests in your album.
Right.
Promotes it.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a cut of the sales.
Exactly. But here's the question a lot of artists are asking now.
What's that?
In the age of streaming,
okay,
is a focus on album sales really the best model?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess the music landscape has shifted so much that even the traditional deal is being reevaluated.
It is being reevaluated.
Interesting.
And then there's the distribution deal, which offers a lot more freedom.
Okay.
The label gets your music onto platforms like Spotify and Apple Music, but you keep creative control.
That sounds good, but I imagine there's less promotional support.
There is.
So you'd basically be your own marketing team.
Exactly. This deal requires strong self-promotion skills. And then we have some more niche deals.
Oh, yeah.
Things like single deals, EP deals, even production deals.
So it's like the music industry is offering a whole menu of options now.
It is.
Oh.
A single deal, for example, lets you test the waters with the label.
Oh.
If a particular song takes off,
okay,
you might score a deal just for that track.
So it's kind of like a trial run.
It is.
For both of you.
Exactly. But before we get too excited about any kind of deal, we need to talk about building what our sources call an unsignable brand.
Oh, I love that term.
It's a good one.
Make yourself so awesome they can't resist.
Exactly. And this starts with your sound and image.
Right.
It's not just the quality of the music, it's the whole vibe, the story you're telling as an artist.
Oh, okay. So, like, insert an example of a musician who has strong branding.
Perfect example.
They have such a unique aesthetic and sound that they're instantly recognizable.
Exactly. And beyond that, every single source emphasizes the importance of your online presence.
Right. But it's not just about posting consistently.
It's not.
There's got to be a strategy.
Absolutely. One source had this amazing tip.
Okay.
Think of your online presence as building a community around your music.
Oh, I love that.
So you want to engage with your followers, show your personality, give them a reason to become true fans.
So it's about fostering genuine connections.
It is.
Not just chasing follower counts.
Exactly. And then another crucial piece of the puzzle.
What's that?
Professional recordings.
Oh, yeah. Our sources really hammered this one home.
They did.
Why is it so crucial, even if you're thinking about going indie?
Because labels want to see that you're serious about your music.
Okay.
They're listening for polished tracks that sound radio ready.
Makes sense.
High-quality recordings show you're invested in your craft, and it gives your music the best chance to stand out.
So even if a label isn't in the picture yet, think of those professional recordings as your musical resume.
Exactly. First impressions matter.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure yours is top-notch.
Okay, speaking of making connections, can we talk about networking?
Sure.
It always seems a bit intimidating to me, all those industry parties.
I get it.
Yeah.
But forget the image of forced smiles and awkward small talk.
Okay.
Networking in the music industry is about building genuine relationships.
Okay, so less schmoozing, more connecting.
Yes, and that brings us to A&R.
A&R.
Or artists and repertoire.
Okay.
These folks are the talent scouts, constantly searching for the next big thing.
So how do you actually build relationships with these A&R reps?
Yeah.
Is it all about attending industry events?
Events are definitely a part of it, but it's not just about schmoozing.
Okay.
One source talked about the importance of captivating sets at these events.
Oh.
Which ties into another crucial element.
Yeah.
Live performances.
Live shows.
Yes.
One of the guides, we have even said that live shows are huge.
They are.
Why do you think that is?
Live shows are where the magic happens. Okay? It's a chance to connect with fans on a deeper level, showcase your stage presence, and potentially catch the eye of an A&R rep in the crowd.
Oh, so even if you're not a natural performer, it might be worth stepping outside your comfort zone.
It is.
You could be missing out on a key opportunity.
Yeah, to connect with both fans and industry folks.
Okay.
Absolutely. And for those who are comfortable on stage, a packed house tells a label that people love your music, and you can draw a crowd.
Okay.
That translates to ticket and merch sales.
Right.
Which, let's face it, is what a label ultimately cares about.
Okay, so we've got the brand, we've got the recordings, we've got the networking, we've got the live shows. What's next?
The dreaded demo.
Oh, the demo.
Yes.
So the demo is your chance to showcase your unique sound.
It is.
Our sources offer great tips on what to include. But it's more than just sending out professionally recorded tracks in a bio. You need to make your demo stand out.
You do.
All right.
Think of it like your musical resume. You want to make a strong first impression.
Right.
Exactly.
So choose songs that represent you as an artist.
Yes.
Showcase your range. And tailor your demo to the specific label you're targeting.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And always include a standout track as your opener.
Oh.
Something that grabs their attention from the first note.
Okay, that makes sense.
It does.
Now let's talk about the numbers game.
Okay.
Social media followers.
Yeah.
Streaming stats. How much do those matter these days?
Social proof is key.
Okay.
But it's not just about follower count.
Right.
Labels are looking at engagement, too.
Engage?
Are people listening, commenting, sharing?
Yeah.
That shows genuine interest and potential for growth.
Okay, so it's quality over quantity.
It is.
One source really emphasized streaming stats.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Because labels are businesses. And strong streaming numbers indicate that people are already listening to your music.
Oh, okay.
That means potential for profit.
Right. It all comes back to the bottom line.
It does. And then, like we talked about, there's the live show power.
Oh, right.
A packed house at your gigs sends a strong signal to a label.
So branding, recordings, networking, the demo, the numbers.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have. But before we move on, we need to talk about the legal side of things.
Yes.
Contracts, lawyers, all that fun stuff.
Right. Navigating the legal minefield of record contracts is crucial.
Okay.
This is where an entertainment lawyer becomes your best friend.
Oh, yeah.
They can help you understand the jargon, negotiate favorable terms, and avoid costly pitfalls.
Our sources were adamant about consulting a lawyer before signing anything.
Absolutely.
Have you seen any examples of what can happen when people don't?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, no.
I've seen artists sign contracts without fully grasping the implications, especially when it comes to things like royalty splits.
Right, so that's how much of the money you make actually comes back to you.
Yes.
That can get really complicated.
It can, and then there are things like ownership rights.
Okay.
Which determine how much control you have over your own music.
Oh, wow.
You could be signing away more than you realize.
That's scary.
It is.
So a lawyer is a must-have.
A must-have.
Not a maybe.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that brings us to another important question.
Okay.
What if a traditional record deal isn't the right fit?
Okay.
What if you're craving more creative control and ownership over your music?
The indie route.
The indie route.
Tell me more.
Platforms like DistroKid and TuneCore have completely changed the game.
How so?
Allowing artists to distribute their music directly to streaming services.
Oh, wow.
Without a label.
Okay.
You cut out the middleman and keep more control over your music and earnings.
So you're essentially your own record label.
Exactly. But keep in mind, this path is for the highly motivated DIY artist.
Okay.
You're responsible for everything.
Wow.
Marketing, promotion, distribution, the whole 9 yards.
So it's a trade-off.
It is.
More control, but also more work.
That's right. But for some artists,
Yeah.
that creative freedom and ownership are worth more than anything a label can offer.
Right, because they have a very specific vision.
They do.
And they want to see it through exactly how they want it.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's definitely a lot to consider.
It is.
But what's amazing is that artists have more options than ever before.
I agree. It's such a dynamic time for the music industry.
It is. Okay, so we've covered
A lot.
the label landscape,
Mm-hmm.
different deal types,
Yes.
building your brand,
Mm-hmm.
the importance of professional recordings,
Absolutely.
and even the legal side.
Yeah.
It's a lot to process.
It is. It can feel overwhelming, especially with the industry constantly evolving.
Yeah.
But that's why we're here to help you make sense of it all.
Exactly.
And find the path that aligns with your goals as a musician.
Because there's no right or wrong answer here.
There isn't.
It's about what feels right for you.
Yes.
Do you thrive on that DIY hustle of the indie route?
Yeah.
Or do you see the value in having a team of experienced professionals behind you at a label?
I think a lot of artists struggle with that question.
I bet.
On one hand, the idea of building your career from the ground up
Yeah.
can be incredibly exciting.
I could see that.
It's all about creative control and ownership.
Right. But on the other hand, having that support and resources of a label
Yeah,
can be a game changer.
it can.
It's like having a whole team dedicated to amplifying your music and helping you navigate the complexities of the industry.
Exactly. And remember, even if you're dreaming of signing with a major label,
Mm-hmm.
there's so much you can do right now
Okay.
to lay the groundwork for that success.
Okay. Like what?
Building your brand.
Okay.
Honing your craft.
Yeah.
Connecting with your audience, all of that makes you a more attractive candidate when the time comes.
So you're not just passively waiting for your big break.
Yeah.
You're actively shaping your career.
That's what I love about this information.
What's that?
It's empowering. It
Ah.
shows you that you have agency in your own success.
Right. You're not just relying on other people to make things happen for you.
Exactly. The music industry isn't a monolithic entity anymore. It's a diverse ecosystem with multiple entry points and pathways.
And I think that's incredibly exciting.
Me too.
It means there's a place for everyone,
Yes.
regardless of your genre, your background, your approach to making music.
Absolutely. Whether you're dreaming of stadium tours
Yeah.
or intimate coffee shop gigs,
Hmm.
the power to shape your career is in your hands.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and talk about something that really resonated with me from our sources.
Okay.
They all emphasize that it's not just about the music anymore.
Right.
It's about the whole package.
Yes.
Artistry, strategy, and hustle.
You need to be a savvy entrepreneur,
Oh, wow.
a skilled marketer, and a relentless self-promoter.
Wow, okay, so it's like,
It's about understanding the business side of the music industry as
Okay.
much as the creative side.
and never underestimating the importance of protecting yourself legally.
Yes.
We touched on this earlier, but it's worth repeating.
Is
Always consult an entertainment lawyer
always.
before signing any contract.
Absolutely. Royalty splits, ownership rights, recoupable expenses.
Yeah.
Those are the things that determine how much control you have over your music
Mm-hmm.
and your future earnings.
Then it can get so complicated.
It can, for example, recoupable expenses might sound like a boring detail,
Yeah.
but it's actually a crucial concept to understand.
Oh, really? Break it down for me.
Basically, these are the costs the label fronts for your music.
Okay.
Things like recording, marketing, and promotion.
Okay.
They recoup these expenses from your earnings before you start making a profit.
Yeah. Oh, so you could be selling tons of albums or getting millions of streams.
Yes.
But still not see a dime
That's right.
until those recoupable expenses are paid off.
Exactly. That's why it's so important to have a lawyer who can negotiate favorable terms
Right.
and make sure you understand everything you're signing.
Okay. So we've talked about the importance of having a lawyer,
Yes.
but what are some other key things artists should look out for in a record deal?
One crucial thing is the royalty split.
Royalty split.
This determines what percentage of the income generated by your music goes to you
Okay.
and what percentage goes to the label.
Right. And obviously you want to negotiate the best possible split for yourself.
You do, but it's not just about getting the highest percentage possible.
Oh, okay.
You also need to consider other factors,
Like what?
like the level of support and investment the label is offering.
Oh, okay. So it's about finding a balance
It is.
between the financial terms and the overall partnership.
Exactly. And another important thing to consider is ownership rights.
Ownership right.
Who owns the master recordings of your music?
Oh.
Who controls the copyright?
Oh.
These are things that can impact your creative freedom and your earning potential for years to come.
Sounds like there's a lot to think about.
There is,
Yeah.
but with the right knowledge and guidance,
Mm-hmm.
you can navigate these complexities and find the path that's right for you.
So what stood out to you the most from all of this?
I think the biggest takeaway for me is that the music industry isn't a one-size-fits-all model anymore.
Okay.
It's a diverse ecosystem with multiple entry points and pathways to success.
I agree, and that's what makes it so exciting.
It is.
There's so many opportunities for artists to find their niche and build a sustainable career on their own terms.
Absolutely. Whether you choose the indie route or the label path,
Mm-hmm.
the key is to define your own goals.
Okay.
Build a strong foundation
Mm.
and pursue your passion with relentless dedication.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's all about taking ownership of your career and creating your own definition of success.
Exactly. And remember, success in the music industry isn't just about talent.
Okay.
It's about strategy, branding, hustle, and knowing the game.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot of practical tips and strategies,
We have.
but I think it's important to step back
Yeah.
and consider the bigger picture.
I agree. It's easy to get caught up in the details of contracts and marketing plans,
Right.
but ultimately it all comes back to the music.
The music, right? What kind of artist do you want to be?
Yeah.
What message do you want to share with the world?
Mhm.
What impact do you want to have?
Those are the questions that should guide your every decision.
And I think that's a perfect segue into one final thought I want to leave our listener with.
Okay. I'm intrigued. What is it?
Well, throughout all these sources, the most important question wasn't, how do I get a record deal?
Okay.
It was, what kind of artist do I want to be?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
It shifts the focus from external validation to internal drive.
Yes.
It's about defining your own vision and letting that guide your path rather than chasing after someone else's definition of success.
Exactly. And that internal compass is what will keep you going when the journey gets tough.
Because it will get tough.
Oh, yeah.
The music industry is challenging no matter what path you choose.
But it's also incredibly rewarding.
It is.
And when you're driven by a clear sense of purpose,
Uh-huh.
the challenges become opportunities
Yes.
for growth and learning.
So true. So for anyone listening who's feeling overwhelmed by all the information out there,
Mm-hmm.
take a deep breath and ask yourself,
Okay.
what truly inspires me?
Yeah.
What kind of music do I want to create?
Mm-hmm.
What impact do I want to have on the world?
Let those answers be your guide.
And remember, there's no one-size-fits-all formula for success.
Right.
The key is to find what works for you. Embrace your unique voice and never be afraid to carve your own path.
Yes. I love that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's so easy to get caught up comparing yourself to other artists
it is.
or chasing trends.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
the most successful artists are the ones who stay true to themselves.
It's not about fitting into a mold. It's about breaking the mold,
It is.
creating something unique
Yeah,
and authentic that only you can bring to the world.
that's right.
And that brings us back to something we talked about earlier,
Mhm.
the importance of building an unsignable brand.
Yes. This is where it gets really interesting.
Oh, go ahead.
Because when you have a strong sense of who you are as an artist,
Mm-hmm.
when you have a clear vision
Yeah.
and a compelling story to tell,
Okay.
it makes all the other decisions so much easier.
Right. It's like that vision becomes your guiding principle
It does.
for everything, from
Yeah.
your music to your marketing to your choice of record deal.
Exactly. It informs how you present yourself online,
Mhm.
what kind of content you create,
Yeah.
who you collaborate with.
Okay.
It all flows from that core understanding of your artistic identity.
So even if you're still figuring things out,
Mm-hmm.
even if your sound is evolving,
Yeah.
it's important to start thinking about your brand early on.
Absolutely. And one way to do that is to ask yourself some key questions.
Okay. Like,
What are your values as an artist?
okay.
What do you stand for?
Right.
What message do you want to convey through your music?
And how do you want your audience to feel when they listen to your songs?
Yes.
What kind of connection do you want to create?
Those are great questions.
Yeah.
And as you start to answer them, you'll start to see your brand taking shape.
So it's an ongoing process.
It is.
It's not something you just do once and then you're done.
Oh, it evolves.
It evolves with you.
as you grow as an artist.
And remember, your brand is more than just a logo or a website.
Right.
It's the essence of who you are as an artist.
Yes.
It's the feeling you evoke in your listeners.
Mm-hmm.
It's the story you tell
Yeah.
through your music and your actions.
It's the legacy you want to leave behind.
Or like that.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of something one of our sources said
Okay.
about the importance of thinking long term.
Yes. It's so easy to get caught up in the short-term hustle. Right. The need for instant gratification.
Like I need it now.
Yes, but building a sustainable career in music is a marathon, not a sprint.
It takes time.
And
it takes dedication.
It does, and that means making decisions that align with your long-term goals, even if they don't always offer the quickest or easiest path to success.
So it's about finding that balance.
It is.
Between patience and persistence.
Yes.
Between staying true to your vision. And adapting to the ever-changing landscape of the music industry.
And never giving up on your dreams.
Yeah.
Because even though we've talked about a lot of the challenges and complexities of the music business, it's also an incredibly exciting time to be an artist.
It is. There are so many opportunities to connect with fans, share your music, and build a community around what you create.
And with the right mindset and the right tools, you can navigate the challenges and achieve your goals.
So true. So we hope this deep dive has given you the knowledge and inspiration to do just that.
I hope so too.
So what are some key takeaways that you would leave our listener with today?
Well, first and foremost, I would say believe in yourself and your music.
Yes.
Don't let anyone tell you that your dreams are too big or too unconventional.
Because self-belief is the fuel.
It is.
That will keep you going.
Yes.
When you face rejection or setbacks.
Exactly. And second, never stop learning and growing. The music industry is constantly evolving. So stay curious, stay informed, and be willing to adapt.
Right. And don't be afraid to experiment.
Yes.
Try new things. Push your creative boundaries.
Absolutely.
Because you never know where those explorations might lead you.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
The journey is just as important as the destination.
I love that it's all about embracing the process.
It is.
Learning from your experiences and enjoying the ride.
Exactly. So to our listener, we say this: go out there and create the music that sets your soul on fire. Build a brand that reflects your unique voice and vision. Connect with your audience in authentic and meaningful ways. And never, ever give up on your dreams.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
And remember, the world needs your music.
It does.
So keep creating, keep sharing, and keep inspiring.
Yes.
Until next time on The Deep Dive.